TriPod, baby. I don't even know what episode we're at anymore. I'm Ryan.
I'm Jaaron.
My name is Powys. Welcome to the TriPod, everybody. Wow.
Yeah, it is pretty wow. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if you guys can tell right now. I can't remember what episode we're on. Your boy's exhausted right now. New fatherhood changes a man. Yeah, I've got a little boy in my life now. Mark, he's a 1-year-old little cat, and he's keeping me up all fucking night.
Actually, though,
not too bad, but because I just got him from the SPCA 3 days ago now, I guess. And so I have to keep him in one room till he gets comfortable. Then I can start, moving him out. Otherwise, he's gonna get scared and go hide behind the fridge or something, and I'll never see him again.
Right.
But and I've been working mornings the past 2 days. So he's just doing cat stuff, right? He's stuck in one room, so doing cat stuff at night. So he's walking around, checking things out, shitting in his box and whatever. But he's
and that.
Sorry, what?
Sorry to interrupt. Is that one room your bedroom?
Yeah, right now. I'm probably gonna let him out into the apartment. Maybe when we're done this, but see how he likes the place.
Get a pod reveal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pod reveal.
200 sub pussycat reveal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm seriously I want animals in my life. What was this process like to
Okay, dude, it
start
honestly
to finish?
Honestly, it was a marathon, and then it all happened in the blink of an eye, man. I've been looking pretty much since a month of living in this place I'm at now. So end of November, start of December, I started looking. And I guess people are just kind of all about adopting animals right now because, stuck inside, they, want pets and stuff. So I was answering every SPCA listing that had a cat that seemed to fit what I was looking for. I was answering Craigslist ads, other shelters, all this stuff. Pretty much never got an answer back on any of it. Or I'd occasionally get an answer back, asking for some more information. Then they wouldn't answer that one. Or I got a couple answers back that were just a small thing. He has some medical issues. He pees inappropriately and stuff. And I was like, well, that's just disqualified. There's no way I'm ever adopting a cat that's going to be just peeing all over the place. And no fucking thank you. But because of that, it took me forever to fucking find this guy. But then what happened is Thursday morning, I answered the ad. It had just gone up that morning. I answered it. They called me 15 minutes later. And then I went and picked him up the next morning and took him home. So it was 4 or 5 months of looking. And then within a day, he was just chilling in my room.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy.
But they were saying it's crazy right now. The animals just go
pet
immediately.
season, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An upside?
I was working a prep gig in not Strathcona but Railtown area,
right,
Maine and Alexander-ish. So it's
sure.
It's kind of a hipster up and coming area. It's not quite developed yet, but
Bohemian.
Yeah, there's people walking by every day, puppies everywhere.
Really?
So many people with puppies. And I was just pandemic purchase for sure. People just looking for companionship, locked up in a fucking apartment or whatever.
Sounds like tomorrow we might be getting some fucking another wave of puppies, if you know what I mean. Here in C.B. which is Francais for British Columbia.
I mean, we'll see.
We're getting more cases than Mike
he's dropping
Ross.
a fucking hot mixtape tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Shit doesn't look great at the moment. Got to agree on that note.
And, shit. I just love animals, man. I want to have an aminal in my life. Fudge.
That's fair, dude.
What kind?
What kind?
Yeah.
Well,
cat, dog.
It'd have to be a cat just because my lifestyle
makes sense, yeah.
Is not that is ready to have an actual child.
Right.
Which is basically what having a dog is.
Yeah.
And before I thought, oh man, having a cat even is so expensive out of nowhere. You got to pay $600 to go to the vet. But it's not that rough.
No,
you can get past it. And for what you get in return,
right?
which is a ball of snugs and love and paws and claws.
Yeah.
And nibbles and poops.
Yeah, the poops, I could leave those.
Dude.
I had a misconception about cats for a long time.
Which was?
That they're fucking assholes. I mean, they can be. They're kind of like aloof, or they're just kind of not aloof, but they're just kind of like
indifferent.
Indifferent. That's a better word. Sure. But actually, Pow's family cat, Remy, he was like I describe him as a dog in a cat.
Oh yeah, I remember Remy. Remy was a nice boy.
Dude, he's just jumping around. I mean, I think his energy is probably matched by Pow, or Pow. Oh, yeah. He's matching Pow's energy.
Yeah,
he was just
animals definitely match your shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely mellowed out in the time since.
The Remercist, as some people called him.
The Remercist. That guy actually was more evidence that cats are aggressive, because he would just like scratch and bite and shit. Just like playfully, play bites, just like little nibbles here and there, you know.
Big jaw opening, fucking. Give me your hand. Don't give me this one. Like, you give him one of those cues. Like, for him, feet were fair game. Like, I can bite your feet, right? Like, I'm allowed to bite your fucking toe off. I'm allowed to bite the meat of your foot. Yeah, he had an absolute foot fetty.
There was one time I saw him outside, and he brought back a dead bird.
Oh my god!
Within minutes.
Oh right,
we were like on the top deck.
Yeah, and then he just comes by, just like trot, 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 with a little present in his mouth. Here you go. And I was like, oh my god, I've only seen 2 of the hummingbirds flying around lately. Is this Jerry, Larry, or Carrie that you've just slain?
Yeah, and I had a cat growing up as well, and it was another shelter cat, and it was really small because it was a street cat. And side note, part of her street catness, so she was really small, and she had a club on the end of her tail, because her tail got caught in a car engine because she was sleeping in there for warmth or whatever. So she had like a club on the end of her tail. But anyway, small cat, because I guess she was like, you know, not super healthy as a kitten or whatever. But really good cat once we took her home, and she, you know, was healthy and everything. But she was definitely like a really good hunter and stuff, because like probably, you know, street cat shit. But at one point she killed a pigeon in our backyard and like dragged it up to, I guess 3 total flights of stairs, and just like dropped it at our feet, me and my brother in his room. We were just like playing video games, and she dragged this pigeon all the way up, and it was like bigger than her. And she just like did the legwork and pulled it all the way up. Poor dude. Never saw it coming.
I watched this doc one time, The Secret Life of Cats.
Right.
Quietly,
Secret Life of Pets?
I was going to say Secret Life. I thought, wasn't that a Disney movie? Documentary. Fucking Disney animated.
Too much murder for Disney, dog.
What do you mean? Disney is fucking king of murder shit, dude.
That's true.
Fucking Disney's killing main characters' parents every fucking movie.
It's valid. But there was some serious fur-on-fur crime in this in this doc. Basically, it starts very innocent. Not going to go through the entire thing, just the Cliff's points, or what is it? Sparks?
Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes.
Spark Notes. What is it? It's
Cliff bars.
Cliff points and Spark Notes, right?
No, it's Cliff
Notes. I think it's both notes, yeah.
Yeah, Spark Notes is also a
Cliff
thing.
Notes, Spark Notes.
And the
AKA Mr. Spark Notes. AKA Flip Your Life.
Anyway,
where have I heard that before?
Smurge. Secret Life of Cats, basically... They see this one woman who says, I love my cats, and they're very important, and my dog as well, and when I'm taking a bath, my cat comes to join me, and I feed them an entire bag of treats, and it just opens a whole thing of Temptations and puts it on the side of the bathtub. The cat's just nibbling away at it. And then they kind of segue to this one cat who's just a ruthless killer.
Right.
Who, like... would just slay, put up absolute numbers. Like they kept track. They started freezing all the freaking rats and small birds that she was killing.
Dude's
because
calling in tactical nukes, baby.
Yeah, these research people wanted to know. They were trying to like do some studies, and the mom was like so disappointed, like, "Oh no, you killed something else. Like, you have food here. You're so fed." So she put a bell around her neck so like people could other animals.
Fuck, man, maybe.
No. Yeah, straight.
If it was a little bit bigger, it'd be hunted.
Yeah, you just can't drag those home.
Yeah. And then, like, I'm sure that bell became the freaking jingle of death. Like, you hear it come, cling, 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 cling.
It's like an air raid siren for the local fucking birds.
But that doc gets crazy, man. That doc shows cats on the freaking like hottest continent in the world, the coldest continent in the world. They just absolutely survive.
Right.
And in Australia, spoilers, you guys can pause now if you'd like. At the end of the doc, you get transported to Australia where cats are killing all these endangered species and they're hunted. Because these wild cats just eat all the prey and all these birds these other hunters aren't as good at hunting as cats are.
Right.
So cats take up all of their food. So these like native hunters are like running after these cats with these staffs and they boom hit them in the bushes. Next thing you know, you see like a video of a dude wearing a cat pelt on his head. Like, it's their pride and joy. They're killing cats, cutting open their stomach. Like, look at the bones of these 7 endangered species they have in their tummies. Like, we have to fucking put a stop to this. It's like, dude, I mean, humans are the invasive species.
Yeah. And these are like domestic cats, like feral domestic cats, or
humans are
just
like actual
catus, man, like the basic kitties. Like, because just in Australia, they never evolved with cats. Like, cats were from somewhere else, so then they just came in and they have no idea how to handle this type of predator.
Dude, Australia, like everything's from somewhere else. Australia, man, they have just all their own animals and none of ours. Like,
and crazy amount of bugs. I remember I was Skyping Lee's once. She was in Oz, right?
Yeah, New Zealand. I thought.
Yeah,
maybe both.
That's not the same place, is it?
Definitely not the same place.
Shit,
but I think she was off.
Piss off our Oz.
She did New Zealand for sure. I don't know about Australia.
I want to say she did Oz too. She did Oz. Come on.
Sure, some people we know did Oz for sure, at least.
She did Oz, and she showed me these freaking, like, I'm Skyping her, and there's like little lizards around and freaking big little things, dude. I'm a city boy, man.
Same, dude.
I see a rat and a mouse, and I'm like, ee! Like, it's like a dead mouse at work. I have to sweep up. I'm like, oh, please don't wake up,
dude. Roadkill fucking still makes me cringe, man.
Yeah,
every time it makes me shudder. But there's fucking so many mice around our place. I was taking out the garbage a couple weeks ago, and I didn't realize that I just absolutely booted a mouse. I was like, what was that? And I punted it, like sent it flying by accident.
Yeah. Off the ground?
One time
it was like running, it was scurrying across the ground, and I guess I was just walking. I didn't even realize, and I was just so grossed out.
Cranked a one-timer.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like sent it to the far corner.
That's nasty. Yeah. I stepped on one once. I think it was already dead. It was already dead, but like I stepped on it. I didn't fully step on it though. Like I felt it and then took my weight off, and there was a mouse there. I'm pretty sure he was already dead. But and then they say if you see a mouse, you've got mice, because they have colonies, man.
Oh yeah.
It's not like a rat where they might have like a little family or something, or even be on their own. Like mice, it's like apparently it's indicative of like a mice colony. I guess rats do that as well though. It's probably both.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is common to other people. I don't want to act like I'm like super unique. But sometimes I tell lies, and later on I don't know if they're lies anymore.
Right, you convince yourself of shit?
Yeah.
I think that's the human condition, man.
Is it? Because one time I was telling someone like, yo, dude, like I was downtown, you know, whatever, taking a piss in an alley one day at night out in the before times. And freaking, I see a mouse run across a thing, or a big rat.
Yeah.
Piss alley in Gastown somewhere.
Yeah, someone's taking a piss. And then I think I told someone the story, like, dude, I saw this mouse. Freaking, this guy was taking a piss by a dumpster, and this rat starts climbing up inside of his pant leg, and he had to beat it to death before it got to his dick. And I was like, did that happen, pal? Like, I don't think it did. Yet, in the museum of my memories,
right,
feels like it's not an impossibility.
Right. That's not really what I meant when I said it's the human condition. This seems like a POW problem in retrospect.
Right,
But
right.
That's why Powys can't testify on the stand.
But you guys ever have like
plant memories in him.
memories are sus, dude. That's
They
what
are.
reality is what you think it is, man.
That's what had me quitting lucid dreaming in grade 12, man.
Shit.
I was like freaking hanging out with the
Incepting
homies.
yourself.
Dude, I mean,
Didn't know what was real anymore.
I didn't know it was real. I was getting sushi with Lauren, Christine, and Lisa, aka the Bros, and I was like, "Yo, you guys remember that time we went and got sushi and there was a dragon under the table?" And only in saying it did I realize how ludicrous it was. And I was like, "Wait a minute, I don't know." And dude, I cranked my dream journal recently, not recently, but a few months ago. When was that, Jerry? You remember that little mini era?
Like a month ago?
Like a month ago.
Or 2 months ago?
Or a couple months ago, I was dream journaling very hard.
Sure.
And, within one night of doing it was for me, it's the fastest, most effective way to be more in touch with my dreams. I don't know if that's the same for everyone.
Makes sense.
Excuse me. Pardeep, I know has done a lot of looking at your hand and saying, "Am I dreaming?"
Right.
Or before you open a door saying, "Am I dreaming?" And then that happens to you in a dream. And
you recognize
the
it.
door.
Nice.
Recognize
That's cool.
it.
That's cool.
But for me, I would just write down my memory, and then my brain's like, "Oh, we're trying to remember dreams." Like, yeah, I can help you with that. Sure, right away. No worries.
It's like working out. Like if you've already worked out, your body's like, "Oh, we're doing this again."
And I would just remember 7 dreams in a night, fully fledged. And I'm kind of a little bit more ready to get back into lucid dreaming.
It's fun, man.
But it took a lot of sleep. I'm literally waking up in the middle of the night, jotting down 2-3 pages, on a nightlight, can't
crazy.
miss a beat. Super fun though. Let's see if there's maybe a nice one I can recite for the boys. You guys talk about something. I'm gonna crack the dream journal quick.
I didn't really mean to dabble in lucid dreaming, but I was listening to I used to listen to, I guess they call it brown noise or alpha waves, just binaural beats before going to sleep. And I did it a week or so ago or 2 weeks ago, and I had a recurring dream that occurred throughout the whole night, and I got up to go to the bathroom once or twice, and I went back into the dream 2 times, where I said some shit. Some shit happened in the dream, and I'm like, "Fuck! I wish I could have said something to that person." And then I go back to the dream, and I actually had I had an argument with somebody. I went back to the dream and had an argument with somebody, and then came out and then went back into it.
Jared's hitting pause on his second life, man.
Yeah, shit. I'm like, I didn't even realize it happened until the morning.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's pretty
cool.
dope. The only way I've ever, I won't say the only way, but the most frequent way that I've ever recognized that I'm lucid dreaming, or recognized that I'm dreaming and then started lucid dreaming, is I have loose gravity. If I jump, I can jump really far or something.
Right.
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 And then oftentimes I just springboarded off of that and been oh, now I'm lucid dreaming. But I've never been very good at it. I've never lasted long after that point. I end up waking myself up. But I guess you just you just practice, right? You just get better at it.
Yeah.
Yo, these dreams are pretty personal. This shit is pretty unshareable, I gotta say.
I mean, that's what I was expecting. So this makes
sense. I hit 100% honesty.
Yeah, it was a dream journal. You're probably not expecting you're gonna share it on the podcast.
These.
Bro, this is your inner psyche,
right?
This is your subconscious mind.
Ooh, this. I forgot about these, dude. This is spice. I'm definitely back.
Just trying to find some.
The only ones that are decent are a little bit too self-sucky.
Right.
So.
Powys blew himself in his dream.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I dreamt that myself, Kev, Zach, Finn, and Jeff Toe were all in a daycare. The teacher was a black woman. She sent us on a warmy run. Zach and I shot out first and second. Then he got in front of me. I grabbed his wrist and propelled past him. He did the same. We pushed kids chilling off their bikes. Finn passed us both. I tried to change my running style and woke up. There you go. That's passable.
That's a dream.
Stole some kids' bikes. Fucking had a race with Zach. Sounds like you were biking and racing with Zach.
Oh my god, dude, I remember this one. Bernie Sanders and I had a long heart-to-heart about his tireless work. He told me coaching was honorable and on the way to creating a we economy, but it's important I look out for myself and earn a living. He had a horse whose clops were the hall of the He had a horse whose clops woke the hall of the hotel we were staying in. Sometimes it was a hotel, and sometimes it was this guy's house, Stewart's house. Stewart is the executive producer of Charmed, the show I work on.
Okay.
Sometimes it was Stewart's house. Sandy Paint was there brushing her teeth. That's Sandy from Charmed, and Paint is her department. Sandy Paint was there brushing her teeth. Rasmus was there getting marshaled by Stewart's bodyguard. Said to him, Mr. Stu needs the elevator brought down. Pow to Rasmus. You in charge of that? Rasmus. Yes. Leaves. Kevin and I ordered mad beers that I never drank because when talking to Bernie, I told him how seriously I take coaching. One of the moms who looked like Crystal was proud. Nicole was in my dream. A bunch of us hit McDonald's and she asked me how I'd been. I eventually tried booting up the Wave playlist music vid, but she never got to see it. Okay, we're done on the dream channel. Whoa!
I'm impressed how much you got in there, though, man.
Oh, dude.
There's lots of entries.
It's absolute chicken scratch. It's like...
You gotta get it while it's hot, dude.
Like, straight up yicken scratch. Right. I mean, my chicken
getting it out there while you can.
My chicken scratch is probably as good as some people's fucking shit. Hold on. February 4th, 2021. What month is it now?
April. It's about 2 months ago.
Had a dream that Dad, Vegeta, and Goku fused to some steampunk Gogeta who fought Broly, who was in Titan form. I also watched and performed in a talent show in a gym of an elementary school. I did all right. The next people were some dancers who started out real hot, popping and locking in brackets, but then they experienced technical difficulties, so they just played a video, then played soccer tennis of some kind. They were poor quality, and I jumped up and played and was better. Okay, not reading this part, not reading this part, not reading this part, not reading this part.
Yeah, it's all unusable now.
In the end of the Broly battle, Gogeta/me came down to tell him if he ate these characters, he would be cursed. I said, this guy isn't that handsome. These two girls are...
This is just callbacks to old pods, too.
Honestly, dude. Oh, God.
Fucking handsome motherfucker, I hate you.
Right.
Oh, God. Yeah. There's some fun in here, though, dude. I need to I haven't watched this shit in a minute.
Watched it.
I'm watching a movie right now, dude. I'm absolutely in one right now.
Reading this shit and you're recreating the images.
Wow. Yeah. A lot of this is not... Oh my god. This is not... Okay, you guys talk about something else.
Pal's just fucking losing his mind.
What?
There's a couple times where I walk by, I'm going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and he's just like there, eyes barely open, just like trying to write in his thing, and I'm like, and then this happened and whatever. I'm like trying to plant memories.
Oh, dude, yes.
And then a rat crawled up his pant leg.
Yeah,
he tried to stop it before it got to his dick.
Perfect.
This is heavy.
How much of the things Powys believes were incepted by Jaaron during dream journal sessions?
Oh, dude, I had an idea for an episode that could have been something like that.
Dude, that's a good premise. That's a good premise. Right.
We go into Powys' dream. That could be funny.
Powys dream journaling, and we fucking make him believe crazy shit.
Oh god, that's heavy metal. I'm stoked. I want to get back into it. It's just a bit of a high sleep cost, you know.
Yeah, that's
Is it
fair.
though? You're already sleeping.
No, the sleeping's fine. It's the waking up and then.
Oh yeah,
right. So it's not
And
like
sometimes...
it's not like in the morning you wake up and jot stuff down.
No.
Like you have to during. Yeah, because I was gonna say like I never remember enough to write that much. But I guess that's because you got to do it quicker.
Right. Throughout the night, I have my journal, or I used to have my journal next to my bed with, my journal next to my bed with a pen and a bougie booklight I got from Amazon that was like not disruptive, like $25 fucking simple ass booklight, but it had 3 levels that didn't hurt your eyes.
Nice.
It's also nice for reading before bed, must say.
Sure.
Yeah. But I'm a bit of a... Sometimes I read off my phone, like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I found a website where you can pay for books.
What?
Easily acquire books from payment. You pay money to get the book, and then you can read it.
That's very interesting.
So I probably should get a Kindle.
Right.
Because those things are actually sick as fudge.
Yeah, man. People seem to like them.
Like, think about it. It's like 5 megabytes. You can have about, 7 million books on there. Like, it's ridiculous. You put an SD card on there, like, dude.
I just feel like something about the screen just doesn't appeal to me.
But the screen is paper.
Yeah.
It's like paper, dude. You don't even get one with a backlight.
Really?
It's like, it looks like a fucking
They look
and you go,
nice?
oh, dude, they're beautiful.
That's
and you go
pretty cool.
next page, and then it just cool animation on the next page. Dude.
Right.
I'll get one.
Maybe I would consider if I saw it in action, but I don't know. I was saying
Craig's.
Like a week ago, I just like the smell of books, especially like a
That's
new
really
book.
valid.
That's true.
You crack it open, just the smell of paper. I don't know what it is. My mom used to work at a place where they distributed books and magazines, so
Yeah.
you should just fucking get that fresh book smell.
Okay, I've got a question on that note. I've been smelling weird lately. I don't know if I smell weird or if I've got something stuck in my nose or my deodorant fell off. I think I know my BO smell. On days I don't wear deodorant, only my homemade deodorant, not to flex, just fact. Coconut oil, baking soda, cornstarch, essential oil in a jar, shake it up, mix it up, slap it on your underpit, wear a shirt underneath the shirt you care about so you don't ruin your shirt. But basically, I don't know, I've been smelling weird lately.
I'd like you to elaborate.
Well,
I want to know what Pow's smelling weird is like.
Not that recent. I think it has something to do with my fucking ears, dude. I've been absolutely
Shit's all
battling this
connected,
earwax. I can't hear out of my fucking right ear right now.
It's ridiculous. I was sitting in the other room the other day, and Pal's like, "Dude, I can't hear you." What? And
I can't hear out of my
almost
ear.
yelling.
So after we talked about this on the pod last week, I literally had a blocked ear, but mine's cleared up now, so I'm not on that Pow level. But my ear fucking blocked up. I have this fucking headphone in here, and you talk about it, and it's like, oh fuck, that sounds good. We'll do that too. I couldn't hear for a couple days,
dude. I can sometimes loosen it up with some little techniques I do. I've gone days where I don't have the plug city, but lately it's been absolutely plug 'em and Jaro, so gonna definitely have to oil up. What's that?
I said, I wonder if your ears popped and then just didn't unpop. That's happened to me
I don't know,
before.
but sometimes I think I put a lot of oil in when I put the oil in, and I can still scrape absolute meat out of my ear. And then sometimes I just pinky scrape and look at my pinky, and there's fucking wax underneath it, and I'm just like, is this wax?
I was gonna grow a coke ring so he can.
Dude, there's a good chance
scrape
that
out
the
his ear.
wax stinks.
I have.
Yeah,
my
probably.
nail, I had to file it down. I bought these fancy.
Does
fucking
earwax
ear cleaner
stink?
Thingies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
100%.
it tastes good.
that makes sense.
But
I definitely believe it. I don't know that I've ever smelled it intentionally.
What are the nicest smells on planet Earth?
The nicest smells?
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know, peppermint.
I love
Peppermint's pretty good.
I love lumber, dude.
I like citrus.
Ooh, that's good shit. Like cedar.
I remember back in the day, Tanner and I would go on walks or whatever. Crazy that when we were children, they hadn't built those fucking houses by sands or whatever, sunstone.
Right, all the
It's just
what do you
crazy
call
to see that. We'll get into
subdivisions or-
that, but that was just bushes when
yeah.
Ryan, you and I moved to Delta, and then it became freaking whatever. But when they were building that, and it was just a freaking construction site, we'd walk through, and it would just
Yeah, totally.
if you smell what the wood is pining. And it was just one of the most delicious smells on the fucking planet. And Tanner would be like, oh, it smells like fresh lumber. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, these are like $100 a piece. Like, we could easily get away with one. I'm like, dude, there's a security guard here.
Steal lumber.
We're not getting out of here. And
that sounds like some Tanner shit.
Fast forward, he's woodworking,
and then what?
man,
Like sell it on the black market? Like one fucking 4x4?
Yeah.
You got a 2x4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like a Titan's toothpick, basically.
Titan's toothpick.
Dude, fucking gasoline.
Gasoline?
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh,
That's one that like you know you shouldn't smell it, but it's like a, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bad smell that you like to smell.
I'm the same, dude. Every time I get gas, I pull the thing out like, oops, accidentally spilt it on my shoes.
Well, that's not advisable.
Drive with the windows up and the heat on, like fall asleep every fucking 7 clicks, but wake myself up. Fuck, guardian angels just ripped my fucking ponytail back. Powys, got shit to do.
One of my favorite smells is actually Jenkum. If you don't know what it is, Google it.
What? You're not gonna say what it is?
You don't know what it is?
Jenkum?
Oh, dude, I found out about this. We were talking about Spike TV recently. I think it was on 1,000 Ways to Die where I found out about it. But it's like you shit in a bucket and then you just let it ferment and then huff the fumes.
Oh,
What?
yeah. I remember.
You let it like ferment and then like
Does shit like
yeah.
does the smell intensify over time?
I'm almost certain.
Probably, yeah. As it like breaks down even
Breaks
more,
down and
you know?
decomposes, just gets like more volatile.
Jenkum.
That's what it's called, yeah.
Shit in a box.
This dude like was huffing his own Jenkum and then died because like it was like too potent.
That is the most Spike TV thing
Yeah, 1,000
I've
ways to die.
ever. Here's how a dude shit in a bucket and smelled it so much he died. Jenkum.
Dude, there's so
Now
many
here's some
ridiculous shows on that channel.
boobs.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Mansers, fucking what else was there? We were talking about this recently. MXC.
Yeah.
fucking-
Dude, that channel was detrimental to our fucking growth as young men, I think, as adolescent men.
I suppose, but it's also a channel to get our most pubescent.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was fun. It was fun stuff. Don't get me wrong, right? But like, you know, especially like the
Mountain
ads
State.
with like the sensory overload shit of just like the like the
Tanks,
quick like
explosion,
all that stuff like
tits,
super quick to like grab your
guns.
attention. Like that probably did some bad things to our brain.
And then there was that was the first time I ever heard the fucking porn noise outside of porn.
yeah, stuff
The
like
chick
that
doing
for
the,
sure. Yeah.
Tits, bikinis, beer, bombs, football.
Women breathing heavily,
Wrestling.
right? Like
Yeah, that was what it was. It wasn't the sex noise. It was the breathing heavily.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That was my
Weird.
exposure to Star Wars was from that channel. Fucking, they would do Star Wars.
They played Star Wars all the
Bone
fucking time,
Wars.
to be fair. Which was like Bone
So-
Wars? Star Wars?
What? Star Wars: The Bone Wars. Don't Google it. It definitely exists.
I believe you.
As does The Devil Wears Nada. So what is a way to like absolutely channel and acknowledge boyhood hyper puberty shit, but without going like the full on Spike TV route. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
where is the middle ground there? What am I going to do as a parent? Because I learned at one point just sheltering your kids from all the mass media shit isn't necessarily going to be effective.
Yeah.
Because, they're not going to be able to navigate it because they will come across it without you there to shelter them.
Yeah.
So they say, coach your children to learn how to, like, manage it.
Sure.
But, like, I don't know. It would be nice to have something that was similar in quality of... Maybe you'd be finding the shows on Spike TV,
Right.
the decent ones, downloading them, or whatever, getting them without the commercials and without the freaking... Smash this week! Maybe that's the way?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just
No,
counterbalance.
that's an interesting question.
Maybe you could try counterbalancing it with like some insight.
Yeah, I mean, like talking to your kids and respecting them with relevant information to their to their age and what have you. But I mean,
it's a lot of work.
It is. It's a tall order. And I think, though, that what you really hope, though, is that, especially for adolescent boys, is that they find these things out the natural way, which is to find a stack of old pornos in the woods.
Right?
So,
yeah.
But what is that for the kids born in frickin' 2030, dude?
Dude, find an
paper
iPad
porn is done.
woods.
Find an iPad with a VPN.
I don't know, man.
Ad blocker.
Yeah, right.
Go to smudge.com.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
They're watching porn and then like fucking, you get called a simp on the internet if you're nice to a girl.
Dude.
Yeah, but that's just true.
Dude, I'm telling you though, I'm not kidding. There's a guy that I was working with and we were standing in line. There was a woman on the crew, like standing in front of me. I went to go wash my hands and then came back into the line. And then she's like, no, go in front. Like, no, go ahead. I was like, well, you were standing in front of me. Go ahead. And she's like, oh, so nice, gentlemanly, whatever. I was like, yeah, well, like, you were just in front. He's like, she, like, made fun of the guy. Like, wow, you wouldn't even let me in front of you in the line or whatever? Like, fucking with him. He's like, well, I don't know. Like, I thought that, like, if you're nice to people, you're a fucking simp. And I was like, you're a simp if you're being nice trying to get laid. Like, hey, how are you doing? Hey,
right?
can I nice guy my way into some puss? But like being a nice guy my way into some like being
Everybody
a nice
knows
guy
that,
for the sake of it.
Yeah, everybody knows that that women are a monolith that all feel the same about every single thing, and so they all like bad boys. You see, so you have to be a bad boy because every single woman will respond to that the same way, and that's how you get laid. So that's just science.
There's a difference.
Baby.
There's a difference between being nice for the sake of it and being nice to get laid. That's a fucking simp.
It's all a manipulative game because women aren't people and we shouldn't treat them as such.
I mean, I agree.
It's very simple stuff.
But like,
hey, Shoddy, what's up? Hey,
I agree.
Is Party gonna not yell at me now for simping up the pod again? Now that I've said I've red pilled the pod, we're officially uncucked again.
Hey, Shouty, what's up? You want to meet my dog Hercules? I got a boxer pit bull cross with black teeth. Cats.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't know, man. We're a pod full of simps. We're all simps, the three of us. So,
I got a pocket full of simp shine.
Actually, that's not entirely true. I personally am a giga-chad. So,
what the fuck is that?
I'm the giga-chad. I'm the top level of Chad there ever was. So,
a giga-chad.
I could maybe teach you guys a thing or two off pod at some point, but until then, you're just gonna have to trust.
A giga-chad.
Yeah, giga-chad.
Hold on.
You know, like Giga Bowser? Like he's like the best Bowser? Yeah, I'm the giga-chad.
You're the
Primo, yeah. Cream of the crop.
Omega, Alpha and Omega Chad. Simp. Yeah, I think that's when it's important to get some definitions going because you guys remember that article I sent to the group about, a new term for being nice to girls from fucking Global? Like, it's not being nice to girls. It's being nice to girls
to try and get
to
laid.
Bang.
Yeah. That's different.
No,
right?
okay, but no, that's the... I think that there's a bit of a crossover there because I don't think that's what simping is. Simping is like, well, I don't know. Maybe you're right, though, I guess.
Isn't simping just like fucking gassing up a chick, trying to think like, oh my God, he's validating me. Maybe maybe I'm interested in him. Where it's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so talented. Oh my God, you're so cool. And just like, it's like hollow bullshit.
I think you got it, yeah.
Like,
I think it's different, though, than being well, I guess it is still intentionally manipulative, though, right?
Yeah, you're
it's all the same umbrella, I guess. At the end of the day, right? It's acting like disingenuously with an ulterior motive.
Exactly.
Which is bad.
Man, I want to act holier, but listen, I've been there.
Dude, well, no, there's nothing wrong with admitting that we're like that. We were dumb and learned, right? We were teenagers.
I would say I was dumb and I'm learning, bro. I'm not out of the woods,
dude. Literally nobody is.
Had to check myself and be like, yo, bro, you were simping. Sometimes I don't even know, though. It's not like I'm in there like, hey, like, if I tell this girl that fucking this shit, then hook, line, sinker, brother.
Right.
It's like, oh, fuck. Dick deep in this interaction. I'm like, what am I actually doing here? Am I being friendly?
That's a good question to ask yourself, I guess.
Or am I being simptorious right now? Fuck.
Yeah.
I spilled some water back here, actually.
Just simping.
It's really important to get it up quick on these fucking floors.
Yeah. I think yeah, I guess
What kind of floors are you guys rocking over there?
They're hardwood floors.
Hydroglycemic.
Nice.
Hydroglycemic.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, it's just well crafted shit. Yeah, that fucking. There's been times where I didn't realize I was doing things to try and impress a girl. I was doing things to impress a girl on the off chance that there was a girl that I liked was gonna be there.
Yes.
And then like she wasn't there, and then I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I made all this effort for no reason, and I've done that.
We've all put on our best threads in hopes that someone's gonna notice, and they're not even there, right? Yeah,
I've done it very, very recently.
God damn.
That's not a male experience, though. Like that's definitely. Women do that.
No,
as well,
definitely
right?
not.
Like,
well, that's the thing. I was
all the
like,
same.
there was a chick I was vibing with, and then I was like, am I actually vibing with this girl, or am I just like inflating my ego with like, oh yeah, she was fucking down, she was fucking into it, like she was just being nice and friendly. But like,
I've never heard of it. Never done that one.
That's the thing with me with women. Sometimes I just read into the fucking.
It's like, bro.
No, she like looked at me.
She
bro.
said hi, bro.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, dude. She texted me.
Foreign concept. Can't relate. I've never gassed myself up in that way.
Like, honestly, like at home, like she's not into it.
And then she like texts you or you get a DM or something. You're like, oh fuck, let me just put everything I was just doing on pause. Wait, what? I was in the middle of making dinner.
That's the male experience, being starved of attention. Man. Right.
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
bruh.
This is too real.
That's the big thing though. Like anytime, yeah.
Anytime what?
Oh, sorry, you just cut out.
Judge Reinhold.
We just cut out for a sec. Okay, what did you say?
We're back. Anytime you said anytime.
I was saying that like anytime as a dude you get like a compliment from a lady, particularly one that you find attractive in any way, like that's just like that's a special moment. Like it feels moment. Weird.
Yeah, it's an absolutely special.
Although
moment.
I love like which is I try to compliment my boys all the time. If my boys are looking good, I like to tell them because it's important. It's important to hear that.
For sure.
It's a good point, man. And boys, just remember, no matter how far you drive, you're still the same distance from the ditch.
What?
So if you think that you've made it out of the chick woods, take a word from Grandpa Pow. You ain't shit. Because I certainly am.
Are you like abstinence coaching our listeners against female interaction? Is this?
I'm coaching myself, bro.
We just full circled into an incel pod again. we're just like, oh yeah, we've all been places, and we're better and more mature now. And Powys is like, yeah, we're incels though.
Dude, straight.
I go between the two. I'm on a spectrum between in and vol. So just
vol cell, giga-chad, vol cell.
I'm fluid in that sense.
I mean, I think sex exists.
Does it though? It's a myth.
Hot take.
And given that it's
created
exists,
by the porn media,
someone can get a piece of that pie. I don't believe in limit. Like, people can have sex. Like even fucking like incel, like involuntary celibate. Okay, so like you don't want to have sex. No, you do want to.
Involuntary is when you.
No,
want
they
to, right?
do. Yeah,
they do, but they can't.
Yes, usually because.
So you're telling me
yes.
Not attractive.
These people can't save fucking $200 and go to the tub and rug and blast out a fucking.
That's different though, because that's you.
I mean, they often do, and also many
different.
of those particular cases, that's like human trafficking issues come into play there, where I can't be advocating that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, plenty of those guys do that though.
Red light
right?
district.
Like, I mean, there's plenty of legitimate sex workers and all that, right? Like,
there you go.
That aren't involved in unfortunate
and there's plenty that aren't
abusive situations. But yeah, I mean,
I'm sure he's leaning towards more.
But like, sketchy. How, like, really, like, are there really people that want to have sex that can't have it?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
not physically attractive, and they have shit personalities.
And no money.
Yes.
Right, yeah, okay, these people
because
exist,
ugly dudes with shit personalities with money will get laid.
Is that true?
I'm telling... Dude, having a lot of money will get you laid.
But, like, think about, like, how the world is set up. Like, people go into debt. People have debt. People have tons of debt.
Yeah.
Sure.
These guys don't want to go in debt $200 more.
Well, I don't know what you like when you're going in debt. Like, what are they gonna go fucking take out a small business loan to?
You can go to the bank and say, put your fucking Visa in the thing and say, give me $200 cash
like
advance.
Like a cash advance, I guess.
And then you have to pay like 22% on that almost immediately.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think a lot of people don't want to do that though.
That's the thing, right? Like,
so you just didn't want to bang bad enough then?
No. I think what it comes down to is not the actual act of sex, is someone wanting to have sex with you.
Consensually.
Yeah, that's probably a huge part of it. Right?
And like,
I think that's got to be a huge thing. Like, I think people want to be wanted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like that's got to be absolutely crushing your self-esteem. If like,
right, I think a lot of people would feel. Yeah, a lot of people feel pretty defeated, like paying sex workers or something, right? Like it's a pretty big hit to the self-worth for a lot of people.
I don't feel that way.
That's you're one
that's
man
fair.
out of
that's
a
fair.
lot.
Plenty of people don't. Plenty of people would agree with you, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I've said it on the pod before. Nothing wrong with sex work where people are consenting adults and in a safe environment.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, but, I guess well, I'm glad we could get there. I mean, there's some, I guess there's people that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way more complex issue than like dudes can't get sex, dudes angry. There's a whole lot of other feelings and social issues going along with it that kind of morphs into a bigger problem, right?
Like these guys are just straight up bitter.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of it. It gets reduced a lot, I think, to just men being bitter that women won't sleep with them. While there's plenty of these dudes where that is, a huge issue, and that's a big part of it. But a lot of it's like the social alienation and like feelings of worthlessness, right? and that compounds in a lot of nasty ways, and often that presents in that bitterness where they think that that's going to be the thing that fixes it, and it's all good once they can have sex. And then there's some unfortunate misogyny and things like that build into the whole idea that women owe them sex and things that are very problematic and what have you. But I think the big thing though is that so much weight being put on the act of sex itself that they think that that's going to be a solution to a lot deeper seated problems, right?
That's the key, right? Is trying to fix,
put the pussy on a pedestal.
That's part of it, but
they might say
it's you're trying to fix an internal problem with an external solution.
Sure.
People turn to sex, people turn to substances, people turn to like porn, fucking food, video games, whatever it is.
Yeah, totally.
Whole spectrum of shit. I think that's
it's a therapy problem, man, for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, well, it's like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, you think that if I get laid, I'll be happy. Like, it'll probably help.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing holding me back, right? Like,
yeah. Like, dude, I've gone through some of that shit kind of recently, where I was like, if I get in better shape, I'll feel better. And then I was getting in better shape, and then like was feeling better for a couple hours, but like still was feeling a little bit off.
Right.
And like sometimes
so these boys are out here. If I get to Buck City.
Yeah, and if they get to Buck City, it'll probably help, but it's not going to get to the root.
Yeah, well, it's all building blocks, right? Like it's all a part of it, right? The healthy sex life and being in shape and all that helps. It's just not the answer.
I bet you that a lot of these guys don't have a lot of friends either. Really?
Yeah, maybe not.
I doubt it. Like
That's crazy to think.
They
like,
probably don't have like huge friend circles. They probably don't have a lot of female friends. Having female friends will give you perspective on shit like that, I think.
Right.
A more
close female friends.
Yeah, more perspective anyway.
Well, I don't know. A lot of dudes have a
to,
bunch of female friends, and then yeah, I don't know. I've known dudes who had a bunch of female friends, and they were just kind of, you know, shitty to the female friends in that regard, right? Like always trying to hook up with their female friends and such, which I think, you know, all young men sort of struggle with at one point or another, I think, during your mostly adolescence, your second adolescence, as it might be said in your early 20s and such. But
we shared our friend zone breakout stories. I was at I was on Reddit and I saw this. I don't know if it was R sex or R self. Someone said, I don't know how to ask my close female friend to have sex with me.
right.
And they said, she's hot, we talk, we hang, and I'm just not sure how to ask her to take it to the next level.
Try to fuck.
First comment was, don't? Question
Yeah,
mark.
That's basically what my thought was.
It's good advice.
If she hasn't mentioned she wants to have casual sex with you, she probably doesn't want it, bro. So
Yeah. I mean, that's basically like the best advice. Like,
Yeah.
I guess you can like, there's probably a way you can speak about it organically and respectfully, but I definitely err on the side of just like, don't bother. You're best to
Yeah.
leave these things alone.
100%.
It's important to have platonic friendships with people of the opposite sex.
Dude, yeah, can you imagine being a girl and like having dude friends and your dude friends just want to fucking bang you all the time? Like, that sounds stressful as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like,
They all have ulterior
not sound
motives.
good.
Like, you don't know if they're actually
Could you
laughing.
imagine?
They don't actually think what you're saying is funny.
Can you imagine being
Yeah,
so
right.
beautiful and so great that everyone around you wants to bang you?
What?
Because I can. No, but like I think it's important to have female close friends, and then
Oh,
you kind of
absolutely.
like learn the hard way, not the hard way, but like the hyper obvious way. Like, bro, like don't even swing. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
swing, you're gonna ruin this thing, you're gonna cut someone's head off of your network, and this person could be a longtime friend to you. They could be, and depending on how close you are, be an ally, be someone that could get you a job, be a shoulder to cry on, be a homie to freaking exercise with, go fucking just hang and chill at the park, talk on the phone, whatever. And if you just see one girl and I want to hook up with one girl or whatever, then you can apply the logic of like, dude, it's a gateway friend, perhaps. Maybe she'll find a friend for you. Like, you don't have to fucking swing on the first chick. She might, if you want to still be piggish with it, from a pig perspective,
this is a strategic approach that I hadn't considered.
just chill, and she might be like, hey, there's this guy who actually isn't a piece of shit, and I
So
got
that this is
friends
like
that are
this is
looking
like meta simping. You're like, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna simp
yeah,
on her.
there it is, yeah.
In case she has a friend that she'll introduce me to
Yeah,
one day down
yeah,
the
this
road.
is-
This is like deep simping.
and
Yeah, tertiary simping, man. You're simping though, because then you
This is
don't
a long
you
con.
don't actually have to connect. Yeah, dude, I don't know. There's a flow chart of simping here, man. Like, because if you're simping to the one girl in hopes that you could maybe hook up with the other girl, because then you don't even
That
show
doesn't
the other
exist
girl like the
necessarily.
simping.
it doesn't exist.
Right, exactly.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, that doesn't exist necessarily, which is like almost healthy, thinking of you aren't attached. There's no condition.
Okay.
It's not like, oh, I'm hanging out with this chick because she's going to hook me up with her friend. It's like, maybe, perhaps, you know what I mean? It's not like,
Right. So I feel like I'm not quite getting your motivation here. It's like this is like a far bonus thing, right? Is like maybe this is a possibility that can
hypothetical
happen.
bonus.
Like
Yeah.
you're not advocating befriending women to sleep with their friends.
No.
Because
no.
okay, good. I was gonna say like this is. I don't think I can get behind this.
if you're at the brink and...
But yeah, like meeting a friend through a friend that you can then engage in these things with. Sure, that's great. That's an organic way to meet people.
It's a possibility.
Dude, Female friends have been some of the best at giving dating advice.
This is also
I wonder how they know.
That's the thing, right? They know what the chick. They're like, this is what
to?
she means when she says this. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yes.
Every female friend you have has dated some absolute tool at some point, man. Like she can tell you what to avoid, dude. Like, because I don't know. Like us, we're all the best, but there's some dumbass dudes out there, man. And we were never them. We were never them.
No, you kidding me? Kidding me?
Never.
My track record?
No. we learned fast and early.
100%. Like, dude, grade 5, I knew all this shit. Anyway, still good forever.
Trying to give advice to female friends where they like don't believe it. I'm like, no, this is what this guy is trying to do.
True.
I know. Like, she's like, no, he's just a really nice guy. He's just my friend. I'm like, no, he's trying to sleep with you.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can smell this guy's body energy from across, like body language from across the bar.
That's unfortunate.
Oh my god, dude, this hilarious meme. It was like my girl hanging out with all of her friends that like she met while we were dating, that like as soon as we break up, and it's this girl like filming like all these alpacas that are like sticking their face through the fence, and she's like, guys, what are you doing? And they're all like so aggressively trying to get close, like, guys, what? I don't, guys, laughing my ass off. But yeah, one time I was freaking on the dating apps with this girlfriend of mine, gal pal of mine, if you will, and I was like, look at this chick. She's like, let me see what it's like for a guy to fucking swipe. Like, I want to see what this is like from the other side. I was like, all right, come fucking step into my brain. So I'm swiping. And she sees this one girl who's like, I'm interested in a man who's got entrepreneurial qualities. And she's just like, oh, she's looking for a sugar daddy. And I was like, oh, okay. I never really saw it from that fucking way before, but
right, sure.
Like, sick. I'm like, I'm entrepreneurial, sick. Like, nah, someone that made it entrepreneurial, dog. Beamer, Benz, Bentley.
I was like, I know how to make a T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm there. I have my King advisor, Ben Shapiro, on line 1.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Dating's a thing. I'll figure it out one day.
Don't say the name Ben Shapiro on this pod. Thank God there's only like a few minutes left, dude.
Copy.
We're not going into Ryan rants today, man. We've been doing so good this app.
Shappy. The gods of pod were like, you must test him. You must fithereth his feed. Yeah, I'll figure it out one day. One day I'll figure it out.
Might try Hinge.
Hopefully, man. Seems good.
Right?
Might try Hinge one day.
Jared might try Hinge one day. I might too. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. I mean, I'm not married to it. At the end of the day, if I'm going to spend time fucking swipe jettying, I'd rather spend time fucking affirming. But if I'm going to have fucking write-off, listen, I'm a human being. I do shit every once in a while. All right? I'm a human fucking being.
Fair enough, man. You can approach these things from a healthy place, I think. I don't think those things are... right.
My growth is not linear, okay, guys?
Yeah.
Swamp. In a word.
Trying to find the balance right now. I go between being like, oh, I'm just going to stay away, just like do my thing, whatever. And then like meet a cute girl and I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get married one day. Yeah. Just like fucking, what is going on?
I do think about marriage.
I get fucking, but the thing is, I just fucking, I start
That's
futurizing.
For sure.
But it gets me in trouble.
I know that game.
It gets me in trouble because then I fucking will blow a situation before it even materializes.
Right.
Oh
yeah. I need balance, man. I need another person to bring that balance to the person I raise in the world. I'm definitely going to have...
Oh, controversial opinion. You're going to have kids, dude? That's fucked up.
I mean, my biology's so legit that I should continue it. Wow. And like...
That's pretty fucking egotistical, dude.
It's just a fact. But at the
Superior
same time,
race!
Pretty down to adopt. Pretty down to...
Gonna go to the SPCA and pick up a foster kid?
Foster kid. I mean,
foster kitten.
Foster kid, dude. You get 12.
I got my foster sons in the other room here. Okay, dude. You're not taking foster children for the paycheck, Powys.
Not for the paycheck, but like the thing that is the boundary is the financial thing. Like,
right.
I'm down to have a kid right fucking now if it was free. Like,
dude, that was one of the scams they ran on Shameless. This like one girl that used to go to high school with one of the kids. They're like, yeah, you get like this much money per kid. So I just like go to this hotel and like hook up with
people.
These rich
Unfortunately,
dudes
do
and
that shit a lot.
Yeah, I had no idea how common it is in some places in Canada.
Dude, in Canada, in Van City, my friend told me like,
absolutely.
yo, I got this friend that fucking found out where all the fucking Canucks would be at. Go hook up, be like, yeah, I'm on birth control, no problem.
Oh,
guy dumps
that's
one
not what
in
we're
her.
talking about.
She gets Prague City and gets that Canuck fucking child support, dude. Like,
dude, that's the oldest trick in the book, man.
It is though. That's normal.
I know dudes that catch and release.
That's strategic.
These chicks be out here crabbing, dude. Like, you gotta be careful, boys and girls. Don't let it happen. Like,
well, I have nothing for a woman to try and fucking like take me for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. You know what? You're just
can't get fleeced if you're always broke.
fleeced.
Fleeced. That's a great word.
Fleeced.
You never heard it?
No.
Really?
Have you?
Yeah. It's like fairly common, I think.
That's what it's called when you chick freaking takes your seed jetty.
It's not that specifically. Getting fleeced is kind of like getting scammed or like getting the wool pulled over your eyes.
Yeah.
Make me feel suspect about fucking wherever my thingies go. Like, yo, need to fucking.
Okay, I don't think it's a significant anxiety you should have that a woman is going to purposely impregnate herself by you and then come for all your money, dude. I don't think this is something worth worrying about.
That's true.
I had an irrational fear of something similar, but not to take my money just because she was crazy.
Yeah. Anybody I'm going to get near at this point is probably going to be trustworthy.
Don't jinx yourself.
Appreciate that.
Let's keep our discerning ability
100%.
At the forefront of our mind.
No jinx, no jinx, no jinx.
No jinx.
But fuck.
Yeah, man, it's a wild, wild world out there.
It's tough out there, but I mean, like, at least the viewers have us to hold their hands and guide them through the journey of life and give them advice, both good and bad. True. Mostly bad and some good.
Mostly bad. Sometimes good. You got to like dig for the nuggets of good,
That's true. That's true.
They're there.
That's true. I think it's best if you don't listen to us too intently and then just kind of take the beats, because I think we mostly hit the good stuff and then we divert here or there onto some tangents. We all do this. But at any rate, I mean, like
tangents.
Yeah. Oh God, that's a nightmare. But that's a tangent for another week, I think, gentlemen.
I agree.
That's TriPod.
Wow.
TriPod, baby.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, keep at it.
SMP. Simp Squad.
Yeah, keep simping for us.
Audi.
Stay simping.
Audi.
Stay simping.
Audi.
Stay simping.
Audi.
Stay simping.
Audi.
Stay simping.